Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another video, where today we are going to be diving into Gray Zone Warfare. I've played this game quite a lot in the past, but it has not been a game I have made any content with. I do truly love this game, and I believe it has a very bright future, and that's why I wanted to talk about it today. I wanted to give my thoughts on where the game is pre-update, so that when 0.4 drops, you have my thoughts to compare it with. I will be mentioning some of the things that they are planning to update when 0.4 drops, but that's okay. I want you to know my thoughts on everything right now. The missions in this game do feel pretty good and are pretty standard for any Extraction S type shooters. Early game, that's all I can really speak on, as I've only hit level 11 in this latest update. They give you a good mix of city/jungle type missions. You'll find yourself going from the middle of your starting city out to the outskirts and through the jungle to find your next objective. I very much wish, and yes, I know it will be in 0.4, that it gives you your mission location or at least some grid coordinates for every mission. I find myself pulling up a wiki of some sort to have on another monitor to show me where the mission locations are. I like the way Incursion Red River does it with the map markers, but I don't necessarily want to be given the exact location every time. If it is a search for this item and bring it back type mission, then 100% just give me a general area. But if the mission is to go to this specific house and kill this person, then give me a marker so I'm not trying to decipher the exact location. I don't really have too much to say on the inventory front, as I really like the setup they have. I just want to say I really like how you can set up the order for the auto sort of how you want your items to be in your inventory, and that it groups like items together. Giving that level of customization to your players is fantastic, and I really hope other games take this approach. I like the weapon selection in Gray Zone, and I love the feel of combat as you're making your way through the map. I do wish they would give us a keybind to use to switch between your attachments, like turning off and on your flashlight and laser, but I know you can go through the quick menu as well to achieve the same thing, but you know, quality of life things that I'm sure will come eventually. I would like to see some other attachments available earlier on in the vendor progression, but I know that is a tricky balance of forcing you to choose who to turn some missions into because of what you can get from them in higher tier, so I'm not too upset with the current setup. Graphics is another reason I've not been able to main this game as much as I want to. In order to be able to actually see your targets at any distance, you have to turn the graphics way up, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when I'm only able to get 50 to 60 FPS, that's where I have an issue. I know optimization is one thing they are truly trying to push, and I will say they have made considerable strides in doing so compared to launch. However, they still have a long way to go here. I do not have a bad setup. I have a Ryzen 9 5900X and a 7800 XT graphics card with 64 gigabytes of DDR4. No, it's not the highest tier setup you can have, but I believe it punches well above average looking at the Steam hardware survey. And if a setup like mine has issues getting good frames with the bare minimum settings to be able to actually see enemies, then you have a major optimization issue. I hope this is something they continue to push towards and try to improve, as I feel this will have the most impact on getting people back in to play the game. And yes, I know you can use FrameGen to get better frames, but I feel a game shouldn't rely on that, and they should actually fix their optimization. AI has been what has kept me from playing this game 24/7, and I will say in this latest update it does feel a lot better. However, there is room for improvement. Yes, I know 0.4 will have a lot of AI upgrades, but we will have to see how those shake out. AI just feels disconnected to me. If you shoot toward a target in a group, the only reason they react is because a shot was taken, and they do not seem to coordinate together to get into good positions to deal with the threat. And if I'm at a distance, shooting with a suppressed weapon, why do they spin 180 degrees and immediately know where I am? Like, that's the whole point of shooting from distance suppressed. And I'm really hoping to see this fixed in 0.4. Oh, and you know, not getting headshot through a bush by some random guy you never freaking saw. So those are my thoughts on the current state of Grayzone and some of the things I will be looking for when 0.4 comes out. Based on what they have said, some of my concerns and wishes have already been promised in 0.4, but we will have to wait and see. Overall, they have a fantastic product with Grayzone, and they seem to be going in the right direction. Let's just hope they keep going that way. Thank you so much for watching, and I really want to know what you think about Grayzone Warfare in the comments below, and also let me know what you are most excited for in the 0.4 update. If you want to see me make more Grayzone content, please give the video a like, and if you want to see what I think about 0.4 when it comes out and see my gameplay, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you will see when those videos drop. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
10 seconds. Strap in.